Right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the race weekend. Today we are here in for the Austrian Grand Prix. It is going to be a sprint weekend, which means we will be doing reverse championship grid order for the sprint qualifying into the main event. Yes. Hello, everybody. All right, here we go. We are here. Everybody's trying to get back in. We won't have a formation lap, so we'll just kind of go right into the race. So it'll be a bit jarring. We're going to try our best. Keep an eye. Try to get drivers in if when we can. All right, here we go. So we are setting up. Just try to keep an eye on it because it's going to happen really quickly. Oh, I forgot to ask the drivers to show their names. Hopefully they are showing their names still. All right. Here we go. All right, and we're off here. We go into the first car. Oh, there's a huge crash in the back. Oh, wow. What was that in the background? It looks like Lannon also has a thing. There's a bunch of penalties getting sent out. What just happened there at the start of this race? Oh, I gotta turn off the... There we go. Oh, wow. That was a huge crash there. So I am not getting the telemetry sent in. Ooh, Renzo takes a penalty as well. What is going on with all these drivers? They're all taking penalties right now. As we wait here for the safety car, I'm trying to edit something. And that was a huge incident there. Changing. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get the telemetry. There we go. It is now sending. Oh, I just closed it on accident. Sorry guys, give me 1 second as I try to get... Oh, it just crashed on its own now. Right. Why are you no open? All right, it should be starting now. There's not much time left. Yeah, it's in this lap. All right, here we go. Keep dropping back here. We'll see. Ooh, a 5-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags. That's a bit of a weird one this late in the race. But with this, we can see here Super on vision doesn't go yet. But we have Viper in first right now. Oh, and we have Miller taking a 5-second penalty there while moving up through the grid. We have here Super right on the back of Vision with Viper there close. We have Miller getting into P11. Renzo dropping down. There's pitting again. Unsure what's happening there in the back. But we do have Limp moving all the way up to 10th now with Miller right behind him. Vision going fastest with 105.282. We also have Sanzi in 4th, which I think I just missed his name. It looks like he should be, yeah. Sanzi. There we go. Oh, we have, it looked like a ghosted car there. And we actually have Sensi going through, trying to go out to the inside here. Oh, it looks like they touch a little bit, and because of that, he moves back. Super goes into P2. Oh. We have Hillian there retiring out. It shouldn't cause any flags here. But we have P4 right on the back here. Miller getting into the pits again, it looks like. Or maybe that's an error. It doesn't look like he's in the pits. Must be a pit error there. But we have right on the back of him here, Vision looking to attack on Senzi. Senzi tries to stay on the inside though. Gonna have a compromised exit. And Vision should be able to capitalize here, but both of them have DRS. And it looks like Vision still gets it done. So Vision goes into P3 again, losing those few spots in the beginning. We have the position changes with Super just gaining 1. Viper still holding P1. And we have Vision in P3 dropping down 1 because of that pass from Super. Right, and it looks like Sensi and Kumar doing a really good job here, holding their positions, not losing any. Limp gaining 10 and Miller gaining 8 here. Vision going fastest with a 115. We have another, and this, oh, that was the end of it already. So Viper gets the win in the sprint. Super getting second, Vision getting third, Sensi getting fourth, Kumar with fifth. What a race there. A bit of a chaotic one there, but we do get Viper winning here in the sprint. Super taking second, Vision taking third, Sensi taking fourth, Kumar in fifth, Sway, Limp, and Will getting the last position there in P8 with Renzo holding P9. And it looks like Chaos getting 10th with Miller and Lannon getting 11 12. We had Wildcat in 13th, Paul in 14th, Hill in 15th, Lungy in 16th, and Luke in 17th. That was a huge crash in the beginning. I'm curious to see that from other drivers' perspectives. I wonder if there was somebody's fault. It happened really quickly there and was not the cleanest I've seen them race. Let me see if I can invite Dust. I don't think it'll matter, but so it's not gonna let me send invites. Oh, maybe it will. I just need to go here. Dust doesn't look like they're on. So that was an interesting one. There was a bit of chaos in the back, but the front seemed pretty solid. Limp doing a really good job getting back into the points while Miller dealing with the issues that he had. Oh, when Wildcat forgets to load the setup. Ooh, I hate that, especially because like you can't do anything about that. All right, here we go. 5 lights. And we're off here for the main event. We have Viper here in first, holds the position. Ooh. And we have there a spin from Kumar. My great camera work here going on. But we have a little bit of a Vision going. No, not Vision. There's the other. Oh, that was Alpha Romeo, or Alpha Tauri going backwards. Druid here fighting against, it looks like Miller. Miller trying to get an early pass through here. Limp actually going for a pass here and kind of pushes out Vision, it looks like. And Vision goes back to 5th. Limp takes a position, gets it to P4, actually gains 3 on that race start with Miller gaining 5. And now Miller is right behind him. We have Druid and Luke, the 2 drivers that are on softs. The rest of the grid is on mediums. It'll be a medium to soft race and a soft to hard, most likely. Viper going fastest again. Showed really good pace in the sprint. We'll see if he'll be able to hold it for the rest of this race. But we see the top 6 now all together. Landon's going to be looking to work through the grid here. Gets past Druid. Is going to be looking to hold it. Maybe Lungy is going to try to get through as well. But we can see here Vision is right on the back of... Oh, did I go too far back? Yeah, he was right on the back of Limp. But he's a little bit off now again. We have Limp here now looking to attack Sensi. who's gained a position. Vision losing 2 at that start. Landon getting to gaining 5 positions there. But we have, looks like Will getting past actually. So Will having a really bad start from a solid sprint race. Viper goes fastest with 106.121. So a solid lap time there. We expected to go a little bit higher. It is a bit cloudy. So we'll see what happens with that. We have, it looks like Super really close to Viper now. And actually takes, oh, okay, maybe that was just a little bit of, I think that was a little bit of a little net coding there. He didn't actually hit him. But we have right in the behind too, Sunzi actually Limp going for the dive here on Sunzi. Sunzi leaves the space. And right there, Limp gets into P3. I think Sunzi being very generous there and leaving him a lot of space to make that move. And Sunzi looks like he might be under attack now. Vision is looking to also pass him as well. And if we look at the weather, it does look like the weather is going to be fine. It's just going to be cloudy. So we might not see the best lap times getting pushed out for this race. But we'll see. We're still pretty early into it. Only lap 4 of 18. We still have this top 6 grid together. We will expect Landon to come into it. And you actually can see here, Miller taking a dive onto Vision. Ooh, I'm going the wrong direction. And he gets the pass off Vision, but Vision, is he going to be able to hold it? He does hold it. Oh, he actually goes for a dive also here. And Sunzi is going to get caught out. It looks like he might even get past himself. Oh, he leaves he's still there. And it looks like Vision might be having a little bit of computer, like some latency stuff. I think he's being very cautious around these drivers. I think he is a driver. You can see there, he's got a little bit of latency for us, but it's looking okay. Looks like he's going for the pass here though. Goes onto the dive. Oh, it looks like he's, oh, and Sunzi, it looked like that was it didn't even look like he really touched him, but it might just be oh, and we're missing the dive here from Super. Super goes for the pass on Viper. And he gets the pass on Viper. So here's Super in P1 now. Limp right behind him in P2. And it looked like Vision might have just had an issue with what is going on. Okay, sorry guys. I am in the wrong area. There we go. We have Limp right behind Viper now. Super get the 5/10 lead. Vision making it into 9th now with that unfortunate incident. But let's see what happens here. And you can actually see Viper here going for the outside. Gets the pass off. Should have DRS here, I think, to get the finish. No, it doesn't. Does not get it. So let's see if Super's going to be able to get this pass back, but he's not going to be able to yet. Oh, almost runs into the back of him. And with that Limp, nope, Limp's not going to go for it at all. So we can see that they're stuck here. Miller is going to be looking to try to get past, trying to get some points onto the, what is the Aston Martin team, who's looking to gain back the positions. They've lost the lead in the Constructors Championship right now. It looks like they're looking to change that. We have here Super doing really well. Right on the back of Viper here. Oh, we see Vision getting a penalty here. And we look at the penalties. This is the first driver to get one. Gets past Sway though. And you can actually see here Super getting past Viper. So we have the Alfa Romeo passing the Haas and the Haas passing the Alfa Romeo. We have here Limp still stuck in P3. I think Sunzi passed. Oh, Miller went back 2 spots actually. So he is now into P6. So Sunzi gets P4. We have our first pit in Luke. Goes on to the mediums. So he goes from the softs to the mediums. He will end this race on those. Chaos already taking his pit as well. We have, yes. We'll see where those 2 drivers end up with this. Yes, Alfa Romeo are doing really well. They are doing really well right now. It's Super in P1. And also the Haas team doing very well. You know, besides the incident with Vision, who's slowly working his way up with... Actually, they're doing a double stack here at the Williams. So we have them going onto the softs. A little bit of a small delay here. Shouldn't compromise the exit too much. Let's see what he gets at the... Oh, he actually takes wing damage. Interesting. So I wonder if he's had that from the beginning. He takes a 9.2 second pit. But is on now a fresh wing. So he's going to have to make up that 9 seconds, though, that he had to take that wing for. And while I was doing that, we actually had Limp passing Viper. So, you know, great camera work there from me. And we actually have Vision here working his way all the way up to 11th now with him passing Renzo. So we missed that one as well. So we have now just the top 4. We have Vision here and Renzo together. We have Sway doing a solid job into P4. We have Lungy here in P8 with Landon taking the last position, or Landon and then Hill taking the last position so far with that one as well. Kumar getting back into 11th after making that mistake. Actually, we have Will dropping down. Oh, we actually have Viper here looking at, but he's not going to go on Limp here. So Viper is another driver that it looks like he has a little bit of net coding issues, which I don't think we can avoid. It's just I believe he's an Australian driver, so just a little bit more difficult to try to get good ping to them. But hopefully it's not too bad for them. But Vision doing a really good job getting back into P5 here. He still does have to pit. Oh, and we have a spin from Viper. So Viper doing a really good job and finally makes a mistake. Renzo taking the penalty. Oh, and he's staying on. So he's not going to go into the pits here. We actually have a Limp going into the pits. So here we go. A little bit of driver error. That's another thing we would want to keep in mind. See what happens. We have Limp doing a 2.2 with going onto the sauce. We have Renzo also going in. So both the Aston Martins and the Williams teams both double stacking. You can see there 2.5, so taking a little bit of a slowdown there, and we can see Landon actually getting the undercut done. So this is how powerful it is. We saw Landon was not in front of them, but now he's right in front of them. Oh, and he actually, you can see he's blinking, so he was pushing really hard to try to get in front of him, but I don't think he's gonna be able to stop this with Limp going right past him, and should be able to just hold it with, you can saw there Landon had his blinking light, so less than 10% of reserve. But that was a good try. I think Landon was trying to get in front of him, and we could see there Miller still really far back, and we can see now the reactions to the undercut. We have both Super and Sensi coming in. We'll see where they end up landing out, but Landon is in a really good spot here because of, we saw where Limp ended up coming out at. And we have the unfortunate double stack here for the Haas team, and if it would have been a lot better for Vision if Viper didn't spin earlier, but they do this double stack. He still stays in front of Sway, so that works out for him. Does lose a little bit of time again because of that 2 stack. So we've had 3 teams take a double stack. Only one really getting hurt badly by it, but it wasn't too bad. So as we come out, you can see Super does still get out in front of Limp. Limp here fighting with Lannon, so they're both gonna be trying to look to get back into the toe of Super, because if they're not able to, Super might be able to run away with this as long as he doesn't make a mistake. We have Sunzi here. I thought he was a lot closer to Super, but I guess he wasn't, because he's right there on the back of these 2 drivers. And we have Lungy still has not pit. Hill hasn't pit yet. So we can see there on P5 and P6. So those will be switched over. We can see there Limp taking the fastest lap at the 104.977. And here we go. They're both pitting in. We have Sunzi getting onto the back of Lannon. Lannon is just it looks like a sitting duck out here. It gets passed by Sunzi, but he might be able to attack back here, but he still has really low battery reserves, so I don't know if he's going to be able to do it here. No, he's not going to be able to, but hopefully he can just keep on the back of him. Viper's going to be looking to try to make up that mistake that he made. We have Renzo there, still pretty far back. Vision is right on Miller now, so Vision... But he's looking to attack Miller. We have also P4 of Lannon still right on the back of Sunzi. We'll see if he actually can catch back up to him. But we have here Vision right on the back. Really close here to the Williams. And this Williams team might be struggling here today. I do know Miller is sick, so it might be playing a little bit of his pace, because we would expect him to be with Limp here, but he is not. He's all the way back here in 7th. And we have here Vision is going to be looking to pass him here. Goes onto the outside. I wonder who's going to get the DRS here coming through. And it should be Miller, but Miller is not close enough. Yeah, he's just going to stay behind Vision. So Vision does get that pass off. And with that, it goes into P7. Viper's still in P5, which is really good. And you can see their Landon still holding on the back of Sunzi, but just barely, still barely into the DRS. Limp looking to try to shrink that gap, but Super's doing a really good job. Sunzi takes a penalty here, and let's look at these penalties now that we're pretty far in. So Sunzi takes a penalty, which means Landon just has to stay with them to take that podium position from him. Viper is good, but Renzo with the 3-second, and Vision also has 3-second, which means they both have to still pass each other, and they also need to make up that gap to Miller. Luke has a penalty of 3 as well. All right, let's see. Who should we look at? We look at, it looks like Miller here still on the back of Vision, which is really nice to see. We are heard here on lap 14 already. Oh, wow. Let me try to get a driver of the day pull up while we watch these drivers go around. Oh, Viper taking a late penalty here. Is that going to cost him? No, the drivers behind him are... I mean, if he was trying to gain a position, it's going to be a lot harder, but... Looks like... Oh, we actually have here in the back. Oop. Sorry, guys. We have here Hill right on the back. Hill with this late push now. So he may looking to try to get past. All right, here. So Hill's really close to him. We actually have Vision really close to as well. So Vision getting closer and closer to Renzo. Hill getting closer and closer to... Oops. Hill getting closer and closer. He's going to be looking to attack here. Onto Lungy. Gets past him. And we have Kumar there retiring out. Oh, and Hill actually loses the position back. Maybe goes a little bit too deep there. And let's go back to 7 here because it looks like he's about to go on the attack here. And Limp takes a late penalty, but because of that, looks like Super might be able to get his first win here. Let's not have just jinxed him. Let's hope we haven't. I am going to try to get over here. All right, and it looks like Vision gets past Renzo. Is Renzo going to be able to hold this or try to fight back here? It looks like he's still trying to fight him here, and Miller is catching up to them both. All right, here we go. Looks like Vision might be able to hold it here. He's gonna have to fight this out though, with Renzo really trying to fight for this position here. This track has really good DRS zones. So here we go. He's got a pretty decent gap from Renzo. Let's see if he's gonna be able to do it. Luke taking a late pit stop, meaning he's most likely not gonna get points here. Hill and Lungy there fighting it out still, really close to each other. And I want to see if Renzo's gonna be able to try to pass him here, and we could try to switch back as fast as we can to Hill. Oh, it looks like Hill might be getting past here with Lungy on the outside late into this race. There's only one more lap left. Oh, Hill's trying to keep his nose in, and he's not gonna be able to do it. Good effort there. Still not able to. And we're seeing that also here with Renzo. Renzo's not able to get past Vision. Only one lap left here. And with this gap, you can see Landon's still in the gap of Sunzi. So Sunzi's going to lose that podium position. He's not going to be able to make up that gap. And we have Hill still. We're going to try to keep an eye on that as well. And we should keep an eye on P1. Where's P1 at right now? Right there. Super catching up to the back of the pack. Actually gets past. We have a few lapped cars here. Or just one, I think, right now. 2. But we have here, coming to the end of this race, Super is going to get his first victory here in the Champion Series. And Super wins it here. Had a really good first race. Has an amazing second race here. Limp takes second. Sunzi takes third. Landon comes in to actually third because of the penalty. Sunzi takes fourth. Viper's going to come in. Solid drive. One little error. Gets fifth. Vision gets sixth. Does a good job. Has a little bit of an incident. Stays in front of Renzo. Renzo loses the position to Miller, and that's going to be a crucial one in the championship fight, with Renzo taking 9, Miller taking 7, Sway getting 9th. We see there Lungy taking the final point with Hill. Oh, wait, what? That's this error. That's not actually. That's interesting. I didn't know it would do that. Sunzi did finish the race, so we're good. Yes, Sway coming into P9 there. Solid drive. But what a race here from Super. And the driver of the day poll is up. I forgot to post it. It was that crazy. Please let us know. Landon taking driver of the day from the game. That's not a surprise. Landon had a huge jump from the what is it called? I mean, he had to still make up space from the sprint race. But today we have. I'm surprised they don't have the walkout anymore. Today we have Super winning the race here for the Austrian Grand Prix. We have Limp taking P2 and Lennon taking P3 here. So what a solid drive for the Alfa Romeos, taking their first constructors win here, I believe. So what a solid drive from them. Super, I think, had a really good battle there with Viper. Viper, I think, only losing the chance for a victory by having a mistake there. And Super wins the weekend as well, taking 32 points, with Limp taking 21, Viper taking 20. So a solid drive from him, and Vision taking 16. So solid drive from the Haas team. They're making a lot of points here. Landon taking 15. Miller getting 8 still. Sway with 7 solid. Renzo with 6. Probably wants a little bit more. Sunzi taking 5. Kumar taking 4. What a solid drive there. Nearly max points, he says. Is that correct? I thought the Haas team was in between you guys. No, it was Alfa Romeo 1 too, wasn't it, for the first one? No, it wasn't. It wasn't near max points. Who had the fastest lap? I actually missed that. I actually missed who had the fastest lap that race. For Super. Oh, for Super. Yeah, I think he had missing the 1 point from the sprint, because he got second, right, in the sprint, or am I wrong? Yeah, but that was a solid drive here. Yeah. So he almost got the max points. I think there's a few different drivers here that did really well. But yeah, Super showed a really good drive last weekend, and obviously showed it this weekend that he's able to finish it up and does get P1. Limp got fastest lap. Okay, thank you. So Limp got fastest lap. So he also lost that point as well, the fastest lap point. So you missed a few, but 32. That's a solid drive. That's more than you would get in a normal weekend. So I think that's a huge jump. We'll probably see him jump a few spots here into the order. We'll see if any penalties get sent out, and we'll see maybe drivers dropping down or up. We'll see what happens there. But if you did have something happen to you in the race, please just feel free to submit a ticket, and then we will review it and we will do it that way. I think it is always the best way to do it, instead of arguing in the chat. We could just actually settle it in a ticket. Yes, but a solid drive from Alfa Romeo, getting a good amount of points here. But we saw a solid drive also from the Ferrari team. So that fight for P3 in the Constructors' Championship is still there, just as much as the constructor fight for P1 is still there as well. And we probably have a few drivers here. We saw Haas having a solid race this weekend, so they'll be looking to try to get back into it. And we have, the Alpha Tauris have been solid. They've been slowly getting points. They just need to get a little bit more. I think that they would maybe have a chance here, but I think this weekend was really good. We saw the advantage of the sprint format, because we were in a sprint format. The drivers who did not have that many points had a much bigger advantage, and they were able to execute on it, with Super doing a really good job executing. from there, getting a solid drive through the sprint and then finishing it off with the win in the race. So I'm going to end the poll here. We have, it looks like Super is the driver of the day. Not a huge surprise. First race win. So not a huge surprise there. Had a solid race as well in both the sprint and the main event. I think there was a few good drivers here. I'd like to see Viper back. That was a solid race from him. He had just one little mistake, I think, that cost him some good points there. Vision doing a really good job after having that little incident, making up all that space back up. So that was a nice thing to see as well. So it'd be nice to see them come back and fight for this P1 because we had a really good race there going, and we had some drivers it seemed like that lost a little bit of pace. So we'll see what happens with that. But our next race will be on October 14th. It is going to be a full qualifying event. So that is going to be interesting. A full qualifying event. So we'll see what happens there. But I was your so it's going to be in Monaco on October 14th. I was your host, Stinky One. This was Delta Zero Productions Champion Series, and I'll see you all next time.